Hi, this is me, MC of Healthy by George. I come here every Sunday and Thursday to talk about things that we can think about to make ourselves healthier. And I am always thinking about things that will make me healthier, and as I get older, will help me keep functioning both physically and mentally. And today, what I want to talk about is the power of getting some sunshine every day.
Welcome to Healthy by George. I want you to know that this is for informational purposes only, and it should not be considered as medical advice, nor does it have anything related to my employer. So it's always best for you to check with your own medical provider before you do anything that I recommend or for any medical treatments. So please join me, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode.
So why is it important to get sunshine every day? One of the biggest things that helps us both mentally and physically is getting vitamin D. And vitamin D really comes to us from a really strong source, and that's getting sunshine into our eyes. So there's quite a few things that make it a good idea to make it a practice of going outside every single day in the early morning if you can, when the sun's just up and it's not quite so bright or hot, depending on where you live, and getting some sunshine into your eyes. And the reason is because about 1 billion people in the world don't have enough vitamin D. And in the United States, about 40% of adults don't have enough vitamin D. And we really don't measure vitamin D in young people, which is unfathomable to me. But maybe we assume that they are getting enough vitamin D, but I doubt it because many young people are inside a lot more than they ever have been before. And we also have a growing epidemic of obesity and prediabetes in young people. So it's very important that we start thinking more concretely about how we're going to get some sunshine every single day. So I make it a practice of getting up and walking my dog. That's one of the easiest things, is to head towards the east while I'm walking my dog and sitting and getting some sunshine that's brightly shining. And so I think that, see, my dog is letting me know by shaking that he concurs. Going out in the morning, afternoon, and getting some sunshine is a practice that we make very important every single day. So this is the key. One of the reasons that it's so important is that, one, as I get older, our skin doesn't allow the sunshine vitamin D process to happen very efficiently. So that makes it important. And then also, too, people with higher levels of melanin in their skin, they don't get enough vitamin D either because their skin has a reduction of how to absorb the vitamin D from the sun. So it's really important that we understand, each of us, and our ability to get enough sun. I know I live in the northern areas where we're further from the equator and sunlight is weaker, making it a practice of getting maybe more sun than normal, especially during the winter. We don't want to get out. Of course, we have a limited time to get sun exposure because we're indoors a lot. So we really have to make a very conscious decision. And that some people who have some skin conditions or they have health conditions, that these are things that can keep you from having sufficient vitamin D absorption. Psoriasis, gastrointestinal disease, kidney diseases, liver diseases, all of these things can make it challenging to get enough vitamin D. But why is it important? Vitamin D is critical for our processes of mood and depression. Vitamin D helps us with one of the most important kinds of neurotransmitter, which is serotonin. And serotonin is something that helps us promote calmness, focus. It's a hormone, or it's something that is increased. It's a neurotransmitter. It's increased by the exposure to sunlight. So getting out and getting enough sunlight helps our serotonin levels. It can help us with that condition that's called SAD, seasonal affective disorder. Getting enough of that sunshine is very important. The other thing is that it helps us with our bone health and our immune system health. Getting enough vitamin D helps us regulate calcium absorption. It also can be linked to other types of foods that we don't naturally absorb very easily so that we can prevent osteoporosis, we can prevent bone fractures. So it's very important to get enough vitamin D. The other thing about it is our circadian rhythm. When we get sunshine into our eyes first thing in the morning, it tells our bodies that this is the time to wake up. It's early in the morning. It's time to regulate our body's internal systems. It's about telling our body it's time to get up and go, to let go of our sleep and that we're awake. It helps us with that whole system of sleep and wake. So if you are telling yourself in the morning with sunlight exposure that you will get better sleep at nighttime if you're practicing early morning sunlight into your eyes. The other issue is that it can very much help support healthy weight and metabolism. Vitamin D influences our hormones around our appetite. It includes those hormones such as leptin that controls our hunger and our energy balance. Exposure to sunlight is very important, and it helps us with our metabolic functioning. And so it's just not about making sure that we don't get too much sun and why we have to put on protection all the time. But it is about getting out there and getting sun into our eyes. It's not about not putting on sun protection. You can put on some sun protection, but you still need to get out and let the sun shine on your skin, into your eyes, to let your circadian rhythm, to let the vitamin D production be enhanced. Some studies have shown that it boosts your heart health, in that it helps regulate your blood pressure. It helps in releasing what's called nitric oxide in the skin, into the bloodstream. And that this is something that really helps our cardiovascular health. And I think also, too, that we can't really stress enough, especially if you live somewhere where it's not very sunny. If you live in some of the areas where the sunshine is either overly intense or it is cloudy or rainy or you don't get that much sunshine, there are ways to perhaps give yourself one of those lamps that kind of simulates the sun a little bit in the morning. I don't know how much that would help, but it does help, I know, with some of your mental health. And that can be something that if you do have that seasonal affective disorder, that you could have a reduction in the responses that your body makes when you don't get enough sunshine. I know for me, every time I go out and I sit in the sun for 3 to 5 minutes, really soaking it in, maybe doing just a mental break and doing just some mindfulness, being present to the sunshine, to the sky, to the clouds, to the birds, to the sounds, that it's a wonderful way of regulating my mood. And also, too, I'm reassuring myself that I'm helping my health by getting enough vitamin D. So be well, my friends. We have this one precious life. Get out in the sunshine the next time that you see a beautiful sunny morning. Take a quick walk, 5 minutes around the block or in your neighborhood, and take it towards the sun, heading east, so that you get optimally the most sun into your eyes as you can, or exposure on your skin. Take care, be well, be intentional, and above all, know that you have this one precious life. Let's live it to the fullest, healthy and strong as we get older. Bye-bye.
So thank you so much for joining me at Healthy by George. I hope you found the information inspiring and that it encourages you on your wellness journey. Because remember, your body, your well-being are a most precious gift, and every tiny action taken daily can make a huge difference. I hope the information here is educational purposes and is not meant to replace your medical care. See your doctor and talk about what works for you. If you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Your support means the world to me, and it helps me continuing creating content that inspires and empowers you to live your best life. Goodbye for now, and join me again at the next Healthy by George.